Each year, the third-year students at the animation school put their skills to the ultimate test and produce a short animated film from story concept to final render. It is an undertaking. The film, The Boy and the Robin, which was put together by 9 students during 2019, has already seen international success at the New York Film Festival and has now been nominated for a Best Student Film at the 15th edition of the SAFTAs. So joining us in just a moment via video call to share more on this incredible project are the film's project manager, Hannah O'Brien, and art director, Tamika Bramwell. But first, let's take a look at their incredible work. Come on, man. Why are you going to do that to me? That was beautiful. Oh, guys, please join me in giving a warm welcome to Hannah O'Brien and art director Tamika Bramwell. Guys, a very good morning. Congratulations on an incredible short film and the nomination. But I got to ask, man, why are you going to do that to me? I'm an emotional guy. I've got a little boy. That was intense, man. Really, really good work. How are you feeling about the way that people have received this? After putting in so much effort, I would imagine, you've got to be over the moon that it's getting recognized and validated in this way.
Yeah, it's an incredible feeling to have something we've made be recognized like this. For so long, it's just about completing the film over months and months of hard work. And to finally see that once it's released, it resonates with an audience is all we could have ever asked for.
And like as the art director, like seeing my team like trust me and bring the style to life and having people receive it so well, it's absolutely like humbling and like probably the most proud I've ever been.
And it's so completely deserved. It looks like a young me, I'm just going to say. Adam looks like a young Graham, okay, just in his vibe. But it's beautiful, it's soft, and it's hard at the same time. It's kind of, it hits, it's like a gut punch when the moment comes. Really, really beautiful. So let's get into the story, because I think at the heart of any good piece of cinematic brilliance is a really good script. And this is a short about a young boy named Adam, as I understand it, who experiences this coming-of-age moment and this loss of innocence. How was the concept for the storyline developed? Where did it come from?
So the original story was written in our second year of study by our teammate Tian Vestrad, who is an amazing writer and a very talented animator. In third year, we then edited the film to suit the animated format and added things such as the imaginary world that Adam goes into, as well as him seeing the gun as a toy in the beginning. And we kind of drew that from our own childhood, as well as a lot of research that we did on instances where children had come into contact with a firearm and often did think it was some sort of toy and then ended up either injuring themselves or someone else. So we took a lot of time and put a lot of thought into what we were doing with the story and how we wanted it to come across.
Because it's ultimately such sensitive material, and you've got to do that justice, knowing that families have been affected in probably the worst way imaginable, certainly from a parent's perspective. I've got a 4-year-old boy, so with me, this resonated on so many levels. Firstly, on how I love to see his imagination take flight, and you captured that beautifully. And then, of course, this dramatic, terrifying fear. And you've now got to translate that visually. So, Tamika, how long did it take you to put these beautiful 4.5 minutes together? And what were some of the big challenges, or maybe the big lessons that you learned along the way?
Yeah, it's definitely a challenge. Being students, we don't have any experience. We didn't have any experience before this. So the film itself, we had 9 months to complete it. And some of our challenges, like for me personally, one of my biggest challenges was sort of coming out of my shell a bit and communicating more. It's something that I had to learn very quickly as the art director, because it's my job to make sure that everyone understands how the film is going to look and get it to that point. Some other challenges that we as a team faced were the actual short itself. There's so much in it. There's 2 art styles, there's 7 characters, there's 4 different environments, and all of these things had to be modeled and textured and shaded, and there's so much that goes into each of these scenes that you see. And another challenge that we had were our render times. Our film took quite a long time to render. Each frame averaged at about 1 to 1.5 hours. Some scenes even went up to 6 hours per frame. And at 24 frames per second, that's a lot.
I know every animator I know needs a T-shirt saying, like, leave me alone, I'm rendering. Because it extends beyond real time, but it must be so much more validating then after all of that to see the end results. And I'll put this to both of you. Massive successes. I mean, hopefully you got a really good mark at school for that as a starting point. But you've bagged a gold medal at the New York Film Festival, one of the biggest in the world. What did that achievement feel like? And what does it feel like, added to that, to be nominated here by your peers within the SAFTA fraternity? What does that mean to you and to your teammates at the animation school?
Seeing our hard work recognized in this way, it's so gratifying and so humbling. The team, we worked really hard. We meshed really well, but we worked tirelessly. And I'm just really glad that we have the opportunity to have our film go to festivals. It's just absolutely so gratifying to see our hard work pay off like this.
Yeah, and let's hope you bring home the SAFTA. I'm going to ask one last question. Maybe, Hannah, you want to broach this one. This film has a very strong meaning that's going to lead to action. What do you hope is that action? What do you want people to take out of this in terms of this message against violence? What is your hope that the film will achieve?
Well, the focus wasn't so much on gun violence itself. It's more on, I think, children's loss of innocence, especially these days with our exposure at a very young age to things that, previously we were never exposed to. And it's almost a message to parents and general people to hold on to that innocence and hold on to your imagination and the things that make you still childlike. Because that's something that makes the world beautiful.
My morning and the world, the South African landscape, has been made a little bit more beautiful because of your work. And I've got to add to that, the first thing I always look at in an animation is the hair. And you nailed the hair. The hair looks amazing.
Thank you.
You guys are incredible. I know this is the start of an awesome trajectory for both of you. So all the best of luck in the next phase of your careers, and good luck at the SAFTAs, man. Congratulations once again.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Huge congrats to Hannah, Tamika, and the rest of their team again on their Best Student Film SAFTA nomination. We want to salute the excellence of up-and-coming talent and celebrated South African icons. And of course, the 15th SAFTAs Awards ceremony. It's happening on the 22nd of May right here on S3. Follow all the news using that hashtag SAFTAs.